Alright everybody, we're going to work on some scanning. So here I have my little scanning ship. Little cheetah. I like to drop my probes. Then head off to a safe spot. Make sure you cloak up. Always handy to see if someone's out. Oh, look, someone has their probes out. Just kidding. Alright, so probe scanner here has the map button you can press. You might have it on your left side. Mine disappeared for some reason and I haven't bothered putting it back up. I always like to use this configuration. But if someone has a better configuration they like using, not sure, I've never used this one, but... So, moving the screen around with holding the right mouse button, rotating with the left, zooming in and out by holding both, centering by double clicking, repositioning the size or the range of the scan by holding onto any of the edges of the lines and pulling. Depending on your scan skills, you might start out at a range of 16 or even 32, but I'd say the 16 is probably more realistic. But I have pretty good scanning skills, so mine all start out at 8. So it should theoretically take me less times to find something than someone else. So for basic scanning, when I start I like to put it right in the middle of the majority of the signatures. I could put it up to 16. But whatever. So here we go. It'll take each person slightly longer to analyze. I always pick the one that has the most. Center it. You don't have to be exact, but I like to be pretty close. Obviously, the less exact you are, the faster it is for you to scan, but the lower percentage hit you might come back with. At 7.2%, normally I like to get it to a 10% before dropping it to size, but this should be fine. % is pretty good. Quick move, drop a size. You're gonna get about a doubling each time, so somewhere I'd say between 32 to 42 you'd probably get here. So the color of it has changed to yellow. We know it's a relic site. This one right here means that somewhere in this area it hit off the edge of one of these spheres. Each of the spheres represents a zone that one of the probes is scanning. Again, at 1 AU, this should drop it up to about 60 to 75, I guess. And then this last one. There we go, we have a relic site. Pull it back out. Now with this type, I like to center it in the center of the slice. So something like that. I should have probably raised it up to a 4. Okay. So what happened here is that we've gotten 2 signatures for 1. Alright? We could make a guess, but we're not going to. I like to take it, place it in the middle of them. I used to guess and say, oh, 8.7, it would look like it was closer to this one, I'm going to go to that one, but... And it's a crapshoot. At least doing it that way does normally bring out one signature. Now 17.4, I probably shouldn't have dropped it to 1, because remember this only goes, these are sisters, they're not combats. I mean, these are probes, they're not combat probes, but it worked out. Combat probes can only go down to 0.5, while the other probes can go down to 0.25. There also might be sites that you can't scan down based on your scanning skills. You'll get to like 95, 98% completion, and then no matter how you rearrange the little probes, nothing comes out. That's life. Alright, so now we have a wormhole and a relic site. Normally I would be hitting the directional scan while I'm doing this. Every once in a while, just to see if anything pops up. A delicious gas site. I'm gonna be huffing some gas later. Ta-da! Remember to recover your probes right here. That's your scan button. This is to reconnect to lost probes. This is something I've never used. Destroy active probes while you do that. I don't know. Probe formation, something I've never used again either. I'm not showing anomalies right now. I choose not to show anomalies when I'm scanning. I can get out of there for now. And this is how we're going to save them. Relic sites and gas sites we save the same way, from this screen. Right click, hit save signature or whatever. Oh, that's just great. There we go, let's try this again. Save location. I normally leave the whole thing. Go to the front and type the first 3 letters. That way we know it's this signature. If this signature disappears, we know that this thing has disappeared. And make sure to save it under data and relic sites. Same for the gas site. Except remember to change it to gas. Okay, why do we do that? If we were to warp to the locations and then save them, we would activate the timers for the sleepers. And the timers for the sites, so that's why we don't do it. I'm not necessarily going to run the relic or gas site right now, so just make sure you sign it for everybody. And do it from here, that way you don't activate the timer. However, for wormholes, you don't save from here, you actually go to the wormhole. If you save from here, the save point will be a few K away from the wormhole, which with a larger ship and landing on it, depending on who's there, might be, troublesome. Warp to whatever amount you think is comfortable for you. Distance, not amount. And since this is the only wormhole, this should be our static null. There it is, K346 is our static null. Leads it to null security, beginning to decay, probably won't last another day, just started, not yet stability reduced, and larger ships can pass. Okay. So from here we save it. Again, using the first 3 here, and op. And then designating it as the null static so it's easy for someone to know. Preferably, we'd want everyone to actually look at Pathfinder while they're using this. But if they don't, we want to make it somewhat easy as well. Alright, now for Pathfinder, that's going to be a second video. But I'll show you the beginning of it. What we would do is we'd come over here, click on any one of them, and press Control A. That'll select them all, and then we would Control Copy, or Control C. Then we would go to Pathfinder, click on Signature Reader for this particular system, and then input the signatures and edit them. But again, that's something I'm going to go over in another video. This was just a very basic scanning video. So just recap, probe scanner, I always have it open next to my directional scanner. Show anomalies. Open up the video or the map. Zoom in. If I had just entered a wormhole, what I like to do is look into the wormhole, set it as home, see what's around with the directional scanner, and then I would drop my probes and warp off somewhere, and then I would start scanning. And normally I like to look at this map before warping off somewhere so I can warp off to in a direction that's far away, so I have a chance of directional scanning the most while I'm going there. But again, that's pretty much it for very basic probing. If you have any questions, go ahead and contact me in game, or leave a message here at the bottom. Thank you.